Ministers, elders, and deacons of the Reformed Protestant Dutch Church of the City of New York, known now as the Collegiate Church of New York, remember the past, recognize our role in it, and renew the present with you. Intersections, a signature initiative of the Collegiate Church of New York, along with her collegiate colleagues, seeks social justice, peace, and reconciliation, and has engaged in important relationships with Native American communities in the New York metropolitan region. This relationship building between our communities is establishing a spirit of collaboration and advocacy. The many commemorations of the 400th anniversary of Henry Hudson's voyage, Native people's voices have not been sufficiently heard. Today, we seek to provide a corrective balance. We wish to also acknowledge the influences of Native American people on early Dutch life and on the present-day vibrancy of this city. Native American beliefs and customs and abiding spirit continue to have invaluable lessons for our society. Many of the difficulties in our own culture are in need of your wisdom. We place ourselves in your teaching. Moving forward together, we wish to continue to renew and deepen our connection, advocacy, and support for your people, including financial and programmatic resources to the many Native American communities in this, the largest urban Native American population in the United States. We wish also to persuade other individuals, organizations, and communities to engage in these important efforts. We humbly request an invitation into a lasting partnership with you. Extending further into the future, our intention is to develop ongoing and sustained relationships with you, our Native American brothers and sisters. We have much to learn and much to offer each other's cultures and traditions. And therefore, we, the ministers, elders, and deacons of the consistory of the Collegiate Church of New York, on behalf of our members, pledge to honor this relationship as we move forward together in the spirit of wholeness that this day represents. This offering reveals our hearts, and we open ourselves to your response and our wish for relationship with you. And to share the beginnings of this, it gives me great honor to present again Ron Holloway, Chairman for the Sandhill Band of Indians, who will offer a statement of response.
Over 400 years ago, European explorers came to the shores of this land, and they declared that they were here to colonize, they were here to subjugate, and they were here to convert the indigenous population. They set up their homesteads, they set up their businesses, and they set up their churches right here on this very spot. This new world was discovered, and as the rulers of Europe had already agreed, it was to be divided into sections, the results of which were absolutely devastating. Some scholars estimate that there were close to 28 million natives living on this continent at the time of the arrival of the Europeans. And think about that for a second. 28 million natives, roughly equal to the population of present-day Australia. Today, there's less than 1 million pure-blood Native American Indians. It's obvious something devastating happened. What happened is that the native populations were suppressed by a political and a religious will that they could never, ever begin to conceive. two different ideologies clashed, the results of which were devastating. And to this day, the effects can be seen and felt. There are still some who view American Indians as second-class citizens in our own lands. It's not surprising, considering that American Indians were not even given citizenship in this country until 1924. What's also not amazing is that it wasn't until the mid-1970s that American Indians were even given the ability to practice their own religion. This in a country founded on the concept of freedom of religion. American Indians were so far removed from the collective consciousness of this country that it took acts of Congress even to obtain these basic rights that everybody in attendance here takes for granted. No one ever apologized. No one voluntarily returned what was taken from us, or even offered restitution. Instead, as the country expanded, every treaty was systematically broken, and the Indians were relegated to reservations to be removed from the public eye and consciousness. And that's what makes today so very special. Today, the descendants of the original explorers who landed here have come to the descendants of those who've always been here and openly apologized for their responsibility in policies that so decimated our people. They've extended their hands in friendship to chart a new course of race relations, to usher in a new era of healing and reconciliation. This initiative can only have beneficial results for the whole of humanity. For when humans come to understand their commonality, that all are equal under the eyes of our Creator, that neither skin color, race, nor even religion are a reason to lift one man above another, then and only then can true healing go forth. A 19th century author wrote, "Certainly there are many evils and bad passions, and much hate and contempt and unkindness everywhere in the world. We cannot refuse to see the evil that is in life, but all is not evil. We still see the good in the world. There is good amidst the evil. The hand of mercy leads wealth to the hovels of poverty and sorrow. Truth and simplicity live amid many wiles and sophistries. There are good hearts underneath gay robes and tattered garments also, and there is no beauty like a firm faith in God, whatever your religious belief, as well as a faith in our fellow and ourselves. It is to this faith in our own deity, in our own fellows, and in ourselves that we celebrate today. On behalf of all Lenape that live and have lived in Lenapehoking and my ancestors, I wholeheartedly accept this apology and offer of reconciliation, and I extend my hand in brotherly affection for all to see."